like people, bodies can become tolerant to the things that we're allergic to. You get exposed to something long enough, the immune system say, you know what, that doesn't bother me so much as it did 2 or 3 years ago. And you might not see the symptoms then of that in your pet. But oftentimes they don't go away, and we have to deal with allergies throughout the life of that pet. Possible they get worse. Most of the time, I don't believe they do. But that's an individual thing, so that's kind of hard to say. So when a dog is exposed to something that it's allergic to, where people have hay fever symptoms, we have runny noses, sneezing, things like that. Dogs develop skin problems. And then inflamed skin can certainly become more susceptible to infections with bacteria and yeast and things like that are commonly on the skin and in the ears. But when the conditions are right, with inflammation and swellings and things like that, then those little bugs have a chance to proliferate, do their thing, kick out their toxins. The next thing you know, you've got an ear infection. Your dog could be allergic to just about anything. And I often say that they could be allergic to planet Earth because there's things in their environment very similar to people. I mean, pollens, grasses, dust mites. There's all sorts of crazy things, just like people. And food constituents can certainly cause an allergic reaction. An allergic reaction in a dog could certainly cause hair loss, but pets itch. And when they itch, they're gonna pull their hair out. So oftentimes, where we have a pet that's reacting to having an allergic reaction, there's gonna be hair loss, but it's usually more self-trauma type thing than just actually hair falling out. The most common thing that dogs are allergic to is flea saliva. If you have an allergic pet, we feel it's very, very important to have your pet on a good flea preventative. Two years old, plus or minus, is more common to see allergies start to show up, but it can certainly happen in a puppy. Usually a very early sign that we've got an allergy condition in a pet if they're chewing, licking excessively at their paws. Depends on what they're allergic to, for sure. When we do allergy testing in dogs, we'll check things like carpet fibers. And so that pet's exposed to carpeting if it all year long, but pollens and different environmental things, certainly there are different types of the year that these things are going to be out in the environment. And the biggest problem is you're going to have a miserable pet. They're more susceptible to other types of infections, bacterial, yeast infections, things that are just commonly on skin. So if gone untreated, you've got long-term problems. Fortunately, these days we have a number of ways to treat allergies. A product called Apoquel is an oral tablet that binds up one of these little biochemicals that gets created by a lymphocyte in the immune system, kicks out this little chemical called a cytokine that goes down and hits a nerve, and then the nerve says, "Ooh, itch here." And so the pet will start itching at that site. Apoquel binds that cytokine up, and that never makes the trip down to that nerve. So the pet could be covered in what it's allergic to, but not have the adverse reaction. So Apoquel's kind of changed the game as far as dealing with pet allergies. From there, we've also developed a product called Cytopoint, which is an injectable that has a little longer lasting effect. It works very similar but slightly different in stopping that nerve getting stimulated, saying, yeah, I got an itch. Another way we can treat these pets is by doing allergy testing and determining what the pet is allergic to. And then we go through hyposensitization series of injections of what they're allergic to, but in a very diluted form. You get a little bit of a reaction, but the immune system starts building some tolerance to it. If we do allergy testing, and in the rare case that we find that we're allergic to just, say, a few allergens, then of course avoidance of that can be done. We always want to address food as a potential allergy source, and we have some diets that are formulated to be hypoallergenic, so that can help a lot. I recommend, if you have an allergic pet, every night to just do a damp cloth, just kind of a wipe down. Paws, legs, underside, those type of things, that can help.